So let's talk about another horrible label we give kids, ODD, Oppositional Defiant Disorder. Most of your kids do not have a disorder that causes them to be defiant. You know what it is? They're usually very frustrated kids. These are kids who are different. They're born different. Their brains are different. They learn in different ways. They like to do things their own way. There's nothing wrong with that when you give them some ownership within your boundaries. We're not talking about letting kids do whatever they want, but we're giving kids some ownership of their choices instead of boxing them in. These are kids who have been boxed in at school, who may have parents who are too rigid. You've seen this in some religious families. You're so rigid, they're just fighting against that because they want some space to make their own decisions and to think for themselves. And so they get very frustrated, or maybe there's a broken relationship with the dad, with the mom, and so they're lashing out. The lashing out isn't the issue. Stop reacting to the outward behavior. It is what is happening inside that is the issue. If we can get to that, if we can heal the broken relationship, if we can give them, right, if we can give them some space and ownership, put them in situations in which they thrive and succeed, which is usually the adult world, right, even when they're kids, you'll see a lot of that frustration and defiance goes away. I just don't like it that we put a label that makes it like they're one with this label. It's a horrible thing we do to kids with this. Look, I'm oppositional. I'm wearing a Yankees hat. Why? Am I a fan of the Yankees? Well, if you're a Yankees fan, I am, if you haven't bought my programs yet, but otherwise I'm not really. My nephew is a Yankees fan. I wear the hat because my nephew sent it to me. And you know why I also wear the hat? Because it provokes conversation no matter where you go, usually in the form of Yankees suck. And I like being oppositional. Look, if I'm hanging out in a room with all conservatives, I'm going to be a liberal for the night. If I'm with all liberal people, I'm going to be the conservative. Why? It's no fun to agree with everybody. You don't learn anything. Part of the reason your kids are oppositional at times is because they need the brain stimulation. They like things that are novel. They want to think, they want to be challenged, and they want to challenge. And instead of reacting to that all the time, we need to learn how to use that trait. So listen to the Calm Parenting podcast. We will show you how to do that with these kids. But please don't worry if your child has been labeled ODD. It's not the issue. Let's get to the root of the issue and help these kids. All right, love you all.